Hello, my name is Melanie Sims. I'm a principal planner with the town of Oro Valley and host of this informational community outreach video. Thank you for tuning in into the very first step in the public outreach process. This process was initiated in response to a property owner's request for a Type 2 general plan amendment, rezoning, and conceptual site plan to accommodate a 94-lot residential subdivision. Our goal is to ensure everyone is provided with information regarding upcoming public input opportunities, the applicant's proposal, and next steps. The number one objective is to invite you to participate. Please help us spread the word about the property owner's requests and this video. Notices have been mailed to neighbors, and the site has been posted with yellow signs in multiple locations. If you weren't notified and wish to be in the future, please send us a request with your name and address to ask@orovalleyaz.gov. The town requires all applicants to engage in community outreach at the front end of the process, as it is important to hear your questions and comments early and often. Does your participation matter? Absolutely. Community input has shaped every general plan amendment and rezoning application in Oro Valley. Again, this video is the first step in a public outreach process as it is intended to help prepare you for the upcoming neighborhood meeting. It is important to establish that this request is to develop private property. All property owners have the right to request review of their development proposal, and it is their charge to create, justify, and seek town council approval. This is not the town's proposal. However, the town is required to provide due process. As of today, September 14th, we do not have a formal submittal from the property owner, but we anticipate one soon. A preliminary concept for the site has been provided, and you will hear more about it directly from the property owner's representative, Mr. Rob Longacre, later in this video. But first, I want to walk everyone through the public participation process and anticipate a timeline for the project. I then will briefly discuss the applicant's proposal and provide key background information about the property and town's review criteria. And then lastly, I will introduce Mr. Nate Kirstein and Mr. Rob Longacre, who will walk us through the why and what of their requests. Additional information has been posted on bovprojects.com and will be continually updated throughout the process. Again, your voice matters, and there are several opportunities for public input. A neighborhood meeting will be held on September 29th at 6 p.m. in the Town Council's chambers at Town Hall. The purpose of the meeting will be to hear any questions or comments you may have about the proposal. You are invited to attend this meeting in person or online using Zoom. You may also email questions, concerns, and comments to ask@orovalleyaz.gov. Following a formal submittal, staff will work with the applicant on achieving code compliance. Then a second neighborhood meeting will be held. If there is a need for additional neighborhood meetings, they will be scheduled accordingly. Once staff review and the neighborhood meeting process is complete, the applicant's request will be scheduled for consideration by the Planning and Zoning Commission and Town Council, both of which are public hearings where you will be invited to speak. After receiving public testimony, the Commission will provide a recommendation to Town Council, who may vote to approve, deny, or continue the application. The dates for the second neighborhood meeting and subsequent public hearings will be determined at a later time. Now I'd like to orient everyone with respect to where the subject property is located. The property is approximately 69 acres and highlighted in the middle of the screen. It is located in the Stone Canyon area, which is outlined in blue, north of Tortolita Mountain Circle and west of Flint Peak Place, behind the Stone Canyon's main entrance gate, which is notated with a star. It is surrounded by other Stone Canyon neighborhoods to the north, east, and south, and the Stone Canyon Golf Course directly to the east. The applicant's proposal includes 3 separate yet related requests. I'll be walking everyone through each request in detail, but first want to explain the relationship between all 3. All 3 requests must be approved for the proposed design to move forward. The first request is a general plan amendment to change the land use for only the eastern portion of the site, notated as Area 2, from resort golf to low-density residential. The second request is dependent on the general plan amendment being approved. It is to rezone only Area 2 from R144 to Rancho Vistoso low-density residential. The purpose of the first two requests are to develop residential lots to the same standards being used in Area 1. Both Area 1, which is the southern portion of the site, and Area 3, which is the northwest portion of the site, do not need a general plan amendment or rezoning. The third request is what brings everything together. The general plan amendment and rezoning must be approved for the conceptual design to be approved. The conceptual site plan is important as it ensures that there is a cohesive design between all three areas so it functions as one 94-lot subdivision. The subject area has some significant history. The southern area, Area 1, is zoned low-density residential, which was established when the Rancho Vistoso Planned Area Development, or PAD, was adopted in 1987. The zoning designation allows residential lots that are 14,250 square feet. The eastern portion of the property, or Area 2, is currently zoned R1-144. This zoning was established when the property was annexed into the town in 2002. R1-144 allows residential lots that are 3.3 acres. It is important to mention that much of this area was previously graded and disturbed. The third area has the most history and is often referred to as the resort site. This is because resort zoning was established here in 1998 to accommodate development of a Ritz-Carlton. In addition to a hotel, the resort zoning district also permits senior care and attached dwelling units such as townhomes. This site could accommodate roughly 114 attached units. So just a little more history on the previously approved resort. A development plan for a Ritz-Carlton was approved in 2001, and critical to its approval and focus of review for the current proposal was that the design protected the environmental resources on site, such as slopes. It featured access from Tortolita Mountain Circle, which is notated with a star, and was developed across areas 2 and 3. Area 1, which again is the southern portion of the site, was not included. Specifically, Area 2 provided the majority of the parking for the resort. Area 3 included the hotel, which is highlighted in blue, which featured a 75-foot tall lobby. The 75-foot height allowance was granted when the resort zoning was established, only permitted for a hotel lobby. Additionally, Area 3 includes condos shown north of the hotel and included attached villas on lots shown in orange. The applicant's current proposal is to develop similar attached units, but throughout all of Area 3. Before I get into the details of the applicant's 3 requests, I'd like to briefly discuss what is a general plan. The Your Voice Our Future General Plan is a voter-approved long-range policy document which drives town decisions and embodies the community's visions. It includes the vision, guiding principles, goals, and policies, as well as the land use map, which shows the proposed general uses of all land in Ore Valley. The plan, including the land use map, was ratified by the voters in 2016. Property owners have the right to request a land use change to their private property, known as a general plan amendment. And the first application is a Type 2 general plan amendment that is only applicable for Area 2. The Type 2 general plan amendment aims to amend the land use map to replace the resort golf land use with low-density residential. As the current designation implies, resort golf is intended for areas where resorts, golf courses, and clubhouses are appropriate, whereas low-density residential is intended for areas where single-family homes with an open and rural character are appropriate. Now that we've talked about the general plan and land use designations, how does zoning relate? Where the general plan is a high-level policy document that drives town decisions, the zoning of a property is what actually gives the property owner the legal right to use their land. It establishes what uses are permitted and what development standards, such as building height and setbacks, are applicable. Similar to the first application, the second application is also only applicable to Area 2. Specifically, it's to rezone Area 2 from R144 to Rancho Vistoso low-density residential. As shown on the tables on the screen, some differences between these zoning districts include building height, lot sizes, and setbacks. Ultimately, the general plan amendment and associated rezoning would allow Area 2 to utilize the same low-density residential standards as the southern portion of the site will use. The applicant's third request brings all three areas together. The proposed site plan is only applicable if the general plan amendment and rezoning are approved. The site plan shown on the screen is preliminary and has not been thoroughly reviewed for code compliance. It is also likely that the site plan will evolve throughout the review process. The site plan currently depicts access points from Tortolita Mountain Circle, notated with stars. It also features a shared recreation space, shown in purple. The proposed development is for 94 residential lots, which include both detached single-family homes and attached residential units. Areas 1 and 2 will include 47 detached homes on 14,250 square foot lots with a building height of 30 feet. Area 3 will feature 47 attached residential units, also on 14,250 square foot lots, where the maximum height allowed in this area is 35 feet unless it is in a sloped area in which the height allowed is 44 feet. The proposed development will be reviewed for conformance with the general plan. And with respect to the requested general plan amendment for Area 2, the general plan intentionally acknowledges that amendments would be made throughout its lifespan and specifies the amendment process be used because of its robust public engagement process. With that in mind, the plan includes amendment criteria for evaluating proposals, which includes general conformance with the vision, principles, goals, and policies of the general plan, and a thorough review of how neighbor concerns have been addressed by the applicant as part of their proposal. In addition to the general plan, the applicant's proposal will also be reviewed for compatibility to the surrounding area. This includes proximity to the golf course. A key focus of review will be protection of the environmental resources on the site. A challenge to developing this site is designing around those environmental resources, as shown on the image on the screen. The image is just one example of topography common to the area. And similar to the Ritz-Carlton plan, the proposed concept will need to design around the steep slopes, significant rock outcrops, and saguaros, as well as floodplains traversing the site. And as mentioned before, ensuring the lot layout, circulation, and shared amenities are designed in a manner to create one cohesive subdivision across all three areas is also a focus of review. I would now like to ask Mr. Nate Grobstein to please provide some more detail about the requests.
Hello, welcome, and thank you for your time. My name is Nathan Price Grobstein of Price Development. Price Development is a community-driven real estate investment company structured to create, capture, and develop exceptional properties. I'm excited today to tell you about my vision for the Stone Canyon Reserve. Stone Canyon is one of a kind, and we are honored to have the opportunity to make this our flagship community. I love Stone Canyon and look forward to living and playing within the gates for years to come. With that, I would like to introduce the WLB Group. Thank you.
All right, my name is Rob Longacre. I am the Director of Planning for the WLB Group. We are the consulting firm working with Price Development on this proposed project. And I'm going to spend a few minutes and provide you with an overview of the proposed development. I'd start first off with a slide that identifies and shows you the existing physical character of the site. And as you can see from the photographs, it contains rock outcroppings, swallows, other vegetation, and offers both near and distant views. The proposed plan for the project has been designed to preserve as many of these natural resources as possible while complying with provisions in the Oro Valley Code that regulate such natural features. All right, this slide shows the site in context with surrounding property. Surrounding properties consist of medium and low density residential to the south and the east, the Stone Canyon Golf Course to the west, and open space and low density residential development to the north. As mentioned earlier, the proposal is to develop a residential community consisting of approximately 94 high-end homes and 3 development phases. And I'd like to just briefly go over the phases of development with you. The first phase consists of approximately 18 acres and is on property that is currently zoned low-density residential in the Rancho Vistoso PAD. This current zoning permits the 23 homes, single-family residential homes that are proposed for this initial phase. The second phase consists of approximately 16 acres and is the only phase that requires a rezoning and a general plan amendment. Currently, the property in phase 2 is zoned R1 144, is designated by the general plan as resort golf course. We will be requesting a rezoning to low density residential in the Rancho Vistoso PAD, and also requesting a general plan amendment to allow low density single family residential development on the property. And the last phase, the third phase, consists of approximately 35 acres. This phase is anticipated to be developed with attached residential units. No more than 2 units will be attached. The property is currently zoned resort district in the Rancho Vistoso PAD, which permits the anticipated use. This slide is showing you the current site plan for the property. The site plan shows the proposed lot layout for the 94 lots throughout the 3 phases, the local street network, no build areas that are shown in orange, open space areas shown in green, and then 2 potential areas for recreation centers shown in purple. Primary vehicular access will be provided via Tortolita Mountain Circle, just west of the Stone Canyon main gate, while secondary access will be provided from a portion of Tortolita Mountain Circle that connects to Flint Peak Drive, which is accessed via the Flint Peak gate. Phase 1 in the southern portion of the property will contain 23 lots, single-family residential detached home on a minimum lot size of 1/3 of an acre. Phase 2 will contain 24 lots, single-family residential detached, also with a minimum lot size of 1/3 of an acre. And at this point, phase 3 is anticipated to have 47 attached homes, and then one of the sites for recreation will likely be chosen based on additional review and input from citizens, residents of Stone Canyon and the HOA. Our architectural character for the project. So the proposed homes would be consistent with the existing character of homes in Stone Canyon, and will also comply with the Stone Canyon design guidelines. The homes are anticipated to range in size from approximately 2,500 square feet to 5,000 square feet. And I should also mention that the phase 3 homes, the attached product, will be designed to maintain privacy for individual residents and retain the high-end appearance and quality of the surrounding detached homes in the community. I mentioned previously on-site recreation, and this slide is showing you 2 potential locations for the rec area. It's anticipated that this rec area, it would provide amenities for not only the proposed community, but could also provide amenities for the entire Stone Canyon community. It's anticipated that if the recreation area is developed on the site, that it will provide both active and passive recreational amenities, specific nature of which will be determined at a later date. We spend a few moments going over timing and development. Phase 1 is anticipated to take approximately 9 months to obtain all the necessary plan approvals. And it's anticipated that construction will start sometime in the year 2023. For phase 2, we plan on formally submitting our applications for rezoning and general plan amendment in November of this year. And then a start date for construction will be determined based on how the rezoning process goes and also based on future market conditions. And the timing for phase 3 has not yet been established, will be established in the future. So that concludes our presentation. I put a slide on the screen that contains my information and Nate's as well. Please feel free to contact either one of us after you watch this presentation. So thank you for the opportunity to present the information to you.
Thank you, Mr. Longacre. I would like to conclude by reiterating how to make your voice heard over the course of this process. The town invites you all to attend the neighborhood meeting on September 29th, either at Town Hall or online. Again, this is just the first step of the public participation process. Additional information has been posted on obprojects.com and will continually be updated as the town receives a formal application. Please use ask@orvalleyaz.gov and obprojects.com throughout this process to stay informed. We will continue to notify property owners who received a yellow postcard for the upcoming neighborhood meeting and post the property with yellow signs for upcoming events. If you did not receive a postcard and wish to, again, please reach out to ask@orvalleyaz.gov and provide your name and address so we can ensure that you are notified for all future events related to this case. Again, I would like to reiterate, it is important to hear your comments and questions early and often. The extent of community participation is what makes Oro Valley a special place. Community input has shaped every general plan amendment and rezoning application in Oro Valley, just as it will on this project. Stay in the know by checking into obprojects.com, and we look forward to you joining us at the neighborhood meeting on September 29th. Thank you.